Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov issued a series of stark warnings and clarifications on Tuesday, November 11, regarding nuclear policy and U.S. Russia relations. Speaking from the Russian Foreign Ministry in Moscow, Lavrov commented on statements made by Robert Kadlec, former U.S. nominee for Assistant Secretary of Defense for Nuclear Deterrence, Chemical, and Biological Defense Policy. Kadlec had suggested that the U.S. decision to resume nuclear tests was driven by geopolitical considerations rather than technical necessity. Lavrov described this as a very strong statement and expressed concern over the implications, emphasizing that the use of nuclear capabilities for geopolitical dominance represents a serious deviation from the principles agreed upon by former U.S. President Ronald Reagan and Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev. Lavrov reiterated Russia's principled stance, noting that President Vladimir Putin had clearly stated in 2023 that should any nuclear power conduct nuclear tests, not subcritical or delivery system tests, Russia would respond in kind. Our response would be proportional to maintain strategic balance and deterrence, Lavrov said, underlining Moscow's commitment to protecting its national security while adhering to its declared policies. The foreign minister also addressed U.S. suspicions about possible secret underground nuclear activities, assuring that Russia is willing to engage in discussions to clarify any misunderstandings. We are ready to address our American colleagues' concerns and provide transparency where needed, Lavrov stated. On the diplomatic front, Lavrov discussed the possibility of a Russia-U.S. summit. He said Moscow is prepared to resume preparations for high-level talks if Washington is willing to move forward, with Budapest cited as a preferred location for such a meeting. Lavrov emphasized that any summit should be meaningful and productive, highlighting the importance of dialogue in preventing misunderstandings and managing geopolitical tensions. Overall, Lavrov's comments underline Moscow's cautious but firm approach to nuclear deterrence, signaling that Russia will not tolerate unilateral geopolitical maneuvers using nuclear power. At the same time, his remarks suggest a willingness for controlled dialogue and diplomacy to avoid unnecessary escalation, showing that Russia remains open to discussions with the U.S. as long as strategic balance and mutual respect are maintained. This comes amid heightened global concerns over nuclear proliferation and the stability of international security frameworks.